So welcome. This is DN News Liberia. We are broadcasting live from our office here in Sator. As a matter of fact, this is our first live interview from our office here, and it happens to be with this young Liberian. As many of you may recall, I think a month or two ago, we did an interview with Stephen Sator Vorkpor Jr. He's a 13-year-old Liberian who is poised to graduate from high school. He's a scholar. When we did the last interview, we were making some appeals to the public out there in terms of him fostering his or following his education on in terms of scholarship and other assistance to his father. He is here in our studio here from our Sator. The both of them are here. We're going to give to hear from them on some updates since the last interview we did. Some of the updates concerning the activities, and as you know, schools have closed, and we also just heard that the West African Examination Council came up with the WASH result. We want to know what was Stephen's own rating in the result, and what's his school's rating, what's his position as well in terms of the results that came from the WASH, from the West African Examination Council. My name is Aaron Kuban, and I'd like to say welcome to Stephen. So it's Stephen all square. Stephen, his father is Stephen, and he's Stephen, but he's the junior. Welcome to DN News. The last time we spoke, it was splendid. A lot of people followed our interview. So how have you been faring since then?
I've been feeling great.
Okay, so before we can go to you, Stephen, let's hear from your father like we did from the last interview. Let's hear from your father on some of the updates since then. Then we'll come to you to speak to you. But let's just pass the mic over to him. Stephen, just grab the mic. You know, Stephen is not strange to this mic thing, and so he's spoken with it.
Yes.
Well, Stephen, welcome to DN News.
It's a pleasure, and it's great to be here, especially on a record-breaking interview, being the first of its kind to be seated here under the atmosphere of an interview in your very upgraded, up-to-class office. So I'm grateful.
Stephen, the last time we spoke, we had a conversation with your son, you know, including you, and you sent out calls to Liberians out there, you know, to provide assistance for this young man, and we also added our voice to, you know, your voice as well, and so that Liberians out there can help. What's the latest surrounding this young man?
Okay, so basically, we want to appreciate this network, the DN News. We are grateful as a family, and I, in person, very much grateful because the interview that we had was first of its kind in his career, to have had great attention globally, and we've had international attention, and there are pending projects concerning him, and also from the angle of the government, we've had some positive endeavors. There are things in the pipeline coming from, very positive, coming from the government regarding his next level and levels to come. There are promising positive news coming out. We are going to be giving the details upon receiving the individual report from WASH, the individual per subject. Because right now we've received a general from WASH, and fortunately, as expected, this is not strange, aside him being the douche, like the valedictorian of the graduating class, the school, he also came first amongst the many students that were sent from his school. So we are grateful that he continued to prove himself. He continues to make a great mark, And he's a scholar in his own capacity, and we're hopeful that he's going to take not just himself, but the nation to a greater height. We just from a very important meeting at the executive mansion that also yield a very good fruit. Like I said, we're going to be updating as the time comes in this occurrence.
So,
the right
Stephen,
time.
well, based on the interview we did, what are some of the things that people say in terms of, I know you've been having meetings in terms of assistance,
Yeah.
but in terms of their rating or their appraisal as it relates to this young man's ratings, what have they been saying?
The conglomerate voices of people are really they are directly going towards his astute approach and his acute, and they also followed they followed the interview in details, not just by looking at his face and what was coming out of his mouth, but the subject and verb agreement. They also followed their positioning, the positioning of his responses towards the questions that came. But one of the things that captured the international community's attention was his response towards why, his favorite subject, mathematics, and then why he thinks mathematics is his favorite subject. And like others, majority takes mathematics to be very difficult. And then he clarified that math is not difficult. If you're running away from math, you're running away from your own future, because every day is math. Every part of your life is math. And he broke it down to the market. I learned a lot. Right there. He broke it down to the market winning, measuring rice.
Yes.
Yeah. Calculating timing, distances. He did a lot. So it caught the attention of the international community. A majority of the calls that came, they were so grateful, very much, to God that Liberia has won again to break another record.
So we'll come back to you, Stephen. But I know a lot of people who are watching this live now want to hear from little Stephen.
Precisely. Yeah.
So let's just pass the mic over to him so that we can hear from him. Stephen, once again, welcome. We know that you just sat the WAS.
Yes.
Okay. The last time we spoke, you made some statements. People were very much amazed by some of the things that you said. Well, let's hear from you. How has things been for you?
Well, things has been doing great since we had the last interview. I've always feel comfortable and considerate in whatever I do, and even up to now, we are having some good positive results, which I'm assuring that my future will indeed be a successful one.
Okay, so if you say you are assuring that your future will be a successful one, it means you've been getting some good responses.
Yeah.
So some of the conversation your father been having, have you been included there? Have you been going around and listening to some of those people maybe based on that interview?
Yeah.
What are some of the things they've been saying?
Well, they have been talking about scholarships and how to improve my educational journey that I can further my studies abroad.
Okay, Stephen, when we interviewed that time, you were, already identified as the valedictorian of your school.
Yeah, that was right.
Yes, of the school. Now you went to take the WAS.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
The WAS, well, it was great for me. I can say for others, I don't know. But for me, it was a great pleasure because I knew from the day I stepped my foot at that center, I knew that God Almighty was with me and He was going to do it for me.
So what did He do?
In
terms of your results?
In terms of my result, I'm happy that I'm so overexcited that I cannot even say a word, because all the praises and honor goes to God. Without Him, I will not have reached this far. I will not be where I am today to have such important and amazing results.
What have you gone to your school? Because when the results came in, there are students who have gone to their schools.
Yes.
They've been told by the administrators there as it relates to the results.
Yes.
What's the result?
Yeah, I've reached out to my school, my principal, my sponsor, and fellow teachers, and they have all clarified to me that from the results that they receive, we all made it successful.
The entire school?
Yes, the entire school.
Okay.
But With the exception of me, I was the only student that did extremely well. Like I passed in 7 subjects and had low mark in only 2, which was physics and economics.
So that means you do
Yeah,
your
that meant
school
I
for WAS again. For
Yes.
WAS, you do your school too as well.
Yes, so that was all about the general results.
You know, many people believe that there are students who are very brilliant, they're very clever in the class. When they sit in the class, they're very clever.
Yeah.
But when they go for a public test, some of them can fail.
Yes.
But for you, it's different. What different did he put into it? I'm not saying it's always the case, but in some cases, the students who are in the class, very brilliant, when they go for public test, it's different.
Yeah.
And you're one of those that have made that different in terms of positivity.
Yes. Well, in that case, there's what have been happening in our nation so many times. When students go to take bread, like they are never satisfied, they are never focused. You see, once your mind is focused, you are relaxed. And once you are relaxed, nothing can distract you. So, if you allow things to play on your mind, how will you be relaxed? If you are not relaxed, you can't do anything straight. If you are not
Some people
relaxed,
can go to the test with the mindset that
serious.
it's depending on flexibility.
Yes,
or
answers to come. When
to come.
answers do not come, they do not answer. But for me, you see, I tell God thank you, because whenever a paper come before me, I start to read through my paper to get some understanding, answer some questions, and then proceed further.
Okay, that's not the case. So that's why we think that's the reason why some students who, even though they are very clever or brilliant in the classes, but they go to public tests and they fail because number one, they're not
focused.
Okay, they're not focused.
Another reason could be direction. Some students don't follow direction because they feel that they are smart, choosing class, scoring higher grades. They don't read directions. As soon as paper comes to them, they start writing right away. And that's one main reason why we need to take into consideration, because our students, majority when they go take WAS, they always fail because they do not follow direction.
Yeah, instructions that can be placed.
Yes.
Do this, don't do this. Well, maybe the instruction on the paper is saying
use black pen and use blue pen.
Yes.
And
so once you use blue pen, you can even do all of the answers and everything correctly. But you already fail to follow instructions.
Yes.
So I think that's great. But let's talk about the aftermath of what you've done. Like to say congratulations again. Was in the high school, the secondary education, everything you do. But let's talk about what you foresee. Where do you want to attend school? Here or overseas? What do you foresee? What's the option?
Well, my best option, I think, the way I'm young right now, the best way to solve problems is for me to study overseas. Because if I study overseas, possibility might exist. But if I'm here, there are a lot of distractions, because even the place you find yourself, the environment, can be a proper distraction for you. Because when you're not in a safe and cool place where you can relax and study, you will never be focused. So I think that when I study abroad, it will be okay for me in a safe and cool environment.
So maybe some people just follow it for, just like today, okay? And they didn't follow the first interview we did. What do you want to become when you grow up? I mean, what do you want to become? Since you already graduated, you never grew up now. You already graduated from high school. You're going to walk into university. What are you aiming at? What do you want to become?
Well, I prefer to be an economist and cybersecurity expert. That's my dream.
You want to become a cybersecurity expert?
Yes.
I think that was why you told us the first interview.
Yes.
An economist as well.
Yeah.
How would that help the country? Because people go out there, they fly out there, they go to school, and the next thing is to come back and contribute to your country. Let's talk about cybersecurity. How is that going to help the country?
Well, for the cybersecurity aspect, reason why being I choose it, because it could be a proper means of me aiming my success. Because you see, cybersecurity is very important, especially in the AI sector. So if I study cybersecurity, I know that I can be able to fully track those guys who are misusing the AI technology online, which is helping our citizens today. Is the wise method we can ever use when it comes to technology. So if we sit here and allow it to just go just like that,
People misuse it.
we always sit and just our efforts will go in vain. Like even the ones that want to go abroad and study, when they come back, why will they show that they have achieved something, or they have brought something back to their country, to show their country, to say, oh, this is what I brought, or this is what I bring back to make my country proud, to serve my country.
Okay, so if you're just joining us, this is a short interview here. We did an interview with Stephen Vorkpor Jr.
Yes.
and along with his father here. That was it a month ago? We did that interview
that
at
was
the
a
Capitol building.
Yes.
Traction. But sometimes you do these things and you just let it go. People, cannot get an update. So we decided to speak with Stephen and along with his father on what has been the latest in terms of the assistance and other things. So we want to end this interview for now, but we were okay. So some input about his choice of economic. Why?
I want to become economist to serve and protect my country.
Okay.
Because you see, technology and economy are the two main important aspects of a country's strength. Because when your economy is built, your economy is progressive. And when you have AI technology, your country is stronger in technology. So that's why I choose to be an economist.
And cybersecurity expert too as
Yeah.
well.
Science students,
So-
you want to give some formulas, you want to...
So let's go back to something you said during the previous interview. I think your father mentioned that you were talking about mathematics. You see, that's one of your favorite subjects.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Wow. You mentioned something. Just do a recap of that. Some people just joining us today.
Well, I love it because
You love math.
yeah, I love it as one of my favorites because it is a subject that we almost encounter of our daily life. So we need to learn it. There is a need. It has a very big importance.
Mathematics.
Yes.
How?
It is important because if you don't know mathematics, you don't know nothing. If you don't know mathematics, you cannot survive. If you don't know mathematics, you cannot progress. Because whatever you do, you perform math.
Yeah.
Whatever step you take, you perform math.
So you want to do some, you want to draw analogy like the way you did it last time. Maybe somebody watching for the first time. How is that maybe in terms of an everyday life, for an example, like our everyday life, how do we, get involved into mathematics?
A sample could be right now, this interview we are on, the time system we are talking about is on mathematics. The questions and the interactions that we are on right now, the wordings and the times that are going, they are all mathematics.
Okay.
Even at home, you cook mathematics, you play mathematics, you study mathematics.
Because like maybe in terms of in terms of studying, you got to set a time.
Yes.
The time period in which you're gonna study.
How long you will study, and how will you end up study, at which time you will finish. So that's how mathematics affect most of our daily life. So it's very important.
So, who are some of those people in the development of math that you follow, or your favorite formulas that you love? Why?
Well, some people I really love are calculators.
Okay.
Why
Wow.
I think income.
Because Isaac Newton proposed the third law of motion that says for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Okay. So, maybe let's be a little bit free. Let's be free in this interview. We should be too formal as well. What's some of the formula? Maybe some of the top of was somebody listening to this school? Some of the students, when they listen to this interview and they hear that, oh, the man is about to graduate from high school and say math is his favorite subject, they'll be like, wow, what are you saying? So, what's some of the favorite topics that you like in math? Some of your best subjects? I mean, topics.
Some of the topics I love are sequence and series. And lastly,
It seems like a mic. Why? It's too low. Why?
sequence and series, geometrics, and measurement.
Those are the subjects. Those are the topics you like.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steven, let's talk a bit about after this entire thing, you go to university, you graduate, return to the country, you academic. You got any ambition? Anything? People looking at you, young men, and they say, "Oh, the man got ambition. He wants to become president. He wants to become, or maybe vice president, or he wants to become somebody, maybe a civil society advocate, or maybe something like that. You got any ambition in those areas?"
Yeah, I have ambition to become the finance minister because if God
Daily. Minister.
because our financial development in this country is very poor and it's very low. It needs active and improving standard. So I think I can help in that sector. If I'm going
Become
to
a
study
finance minister.
Yes.
Okay, Liberians, those of you following us, this is your future finance minister. Yeah, so let's go back to his father. Up this interview in terms of maybe you want to send appreciation out there to people who reach out to you during the first interview, and maybe more encouragement for other people to help. Because, like we said during the first interview, this man is not just, he's your child biologically, but this is the nation's child now. So we are all, that's the reason why we're not just interviewing and let you guys go. We kept asking for always updating us. But let's get to hear from you appreciation and some encouragement for others that may want to hear.
Yes, so for the government angle, we just conglomerate it into thanks and appreciation because there are processes going on right now.
Yes.
That I don't know where I'm going to get into trouble by mentioning names.
Oh, yeah, don't mention it.
So from the government angle, as I said, there's surety, there's positive surety of getting him to where he wants to be. And from the private sector, I want to give a hats up and appreciation to the money empire. That is Baba Too Sweet, the money empire and the magic movement. I want to give appreciation to them. They've noticed this kid and they've given him a great hope for the future. They've been stepping by him and to also appreciate a private individual. He's not in Liberia, he's in the USA. Everybody know him to be Dr. P. Dr. P is currently his mentor. He's mentoring him. Dr. P have mentored a lot of people. He's made millionaires. Dr. P is his current mentor right now. I want to appreciate him. And I also want to give appreciation to his school. The principal, Reverend. His previous school, that's the man who did extremely well in the junior high school. Aaron Miller. By him, I also want to give to the family. Vorkpor. Brandy, that she works for government. I want to give her appreciation of a hand of applause for her. She's been doing extremely well. I mean, she's been taking the weight, actually. Don't look at me. She's been taking the weight. I've played my own part, but she took the weight. Kudos to her and every other family member who have been very supportive. Yes.
Moving forward, what's your message now? You say enough. Maybe you send a message to people telling them think he's some pro years. Oh, but I think the man got what he wanted now. I think people already have come in to help. is there a need for more plead and more assistance to this young man?
Appreciation is just part of my identity, and whenever people step in, it's obvious that they deserve appreciation. But if you look at him right now, for those are huge things this kid is mentioning. You want to be a cybersecurity expert, there are materials. There are materials that you need. You need your own laptop. You need your own. Right now, he had a laptop that was given to him by Senator Yombi Kangar. Oh my God! I mean, she's in the government, so I just didn't want to. All of them, there are many. So there was a laptop given to him by her. He considers her as his political mother. Yeah, so she gave this laptop. We have some issue with it right now, but we're trying to work on it to get it back on. So you need your personal laptop. You need gadgets in the IT sector. You don't have to name them. With gadgets, with gestures here. You need gadgets. Your own war room. That this is kid that needs to be in his own space, as he said. Though he wishes to get out of here because he wants to be in a safe environment, it doesn't mean Liberia is not as safe, but he's looking at his IQ. Yes, there's certain environment for people of such IQ, so it's not anything anyway insultive to the nation that the country is not safe for her citizens. No, he's in a way saying according to his IQ and the level he wants to get to, and how fast with speed that he wants to get there. Yes. So cyber security expert is what he want to become. So he want to study cyber security, and then he also want to be an economist. Is what he said. So you look at those, you come together. Even if he doesn't have the space or chance to just leave Liberia now, he needs to be in his own space, well-equipped space. So these are other things that can come in. Equipment. There are a lot of things needed. You all know you don't have to, we can name them, right? And then he's going to college. If he starts going to college here, how's he? Look at the thing the young man was telling me the last time, big man. He said, if he had the opportunity for a lot of scholarship to come to him at once, he was even mentioning, he said, I will go to Baba Too Sweet. I will tell Too Sweet that I want to be an entrepreneur on my own. So if I have a scholarship that comes in and the Money Empire CEO wants to help me with a scholarship, I will tell him, turn it into, Baba, please go and buy me one taxi. Buy me one taxi. That taxi will be running for me. I don't want to be you call it a parasite or something to my parents. I don't want to be a liability. Yeah, to my parents.
Yeah,
so if I'm going to school,
thinking
about making money. Okay. I want to go to, as I'm going to school, that taxi making money. I'm buying my pamphlets. You understand? I'm buying my pamphlet. I'm the same taxi is picking me up, carrying me to school. I'm young. I will have to have easier route to go to school and all of that. I say, wow, this is great. So these are things that makes it easier. I'm just mentioning that these are things that he's been thinking, that makes it very easier for him. So for the environment to be smooth, easier, and more equipped, you need a lot. So the thanks and appreciation is for what has been taking place. And the promises that the glory for that. But there are more equipment-wise to equipping, having in a very good, productive, or lighting private space. Yes.
Okay,
so I don't know the number is pinned. Whether you
we can still pin the number 0. It was 0 what? Following, let me just make the announcement. For those of you following, maybe you want to get in contact with Stephen Vorkpor Jr. You can call this number 007.
Yes, 77
770
24
24
99
99
62.
62.
Yes, yes.
Is there another number?
WhatsApp. It's 886.
So all two on WhatsApp?
Yes, the both of them. They're on WhatsApp.
0886
66
66
83
83
61.
61 0770
962
0886 66 8361. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna pin this number on the screen. So Folks, we'd like to say thanks to all of you for viewing DN News Liberia. We're going to keep you updated on Stephen. Even we'll continue to get, to follow up on him, give you update until he leaves this country. We're going to be on the airport, and then when the plane is, ascending into the sky, we'll capture that until the plane, disappears from our camera.
And I trust that
we're not going to back down.
I so much trust that this capable and well-equipped, well-established government there's so much trust that something is going to happen.
Okay. I'd like to say thanks to all of you for watching. Let's hear a final word from a final message from Stevie. Just very up smart because the member and I am into Allah. So people out there, finally, we've been the number again. Maybe you want to make an appeal to people out there.
Alright, to the people out there watching, I could tell you nothing but to follow your heart, follow your dreams. Because
to your peers,
yeah.
like you did. Okay, yeah.
Yes. So follow your heart and follow your dreams. Because when you follow your dreams, you follow your capacities. You follow your dreams, you follow your strength. Because your dream is your inner strength. What you decide. That you never give up. Because so you always struggles may do not give up. Always keep on pushing forward. That's my message.
To your peers. So let's hear a message to the uncles, the aunties, the grandmothers, the mothers who are watching now.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell them concerning you following your education? That's all.
What I will tell them, they need to be very serious.
No, we're not saying for you to motivate them. Saying for you on your own behalf, like your father has done, to also speak to them on in terms of how they can contribute towards your education and continue to help as have already begun.
That according the number on the screen, there's any help true because we still need help, and we know by God's grace it will be possible that I will fly out from this country, bring proud back.
So that's the voice and the image of, because it's not just his voice, his image is also for our camera here. Stephen Sator, that's the middle name, right? Sator. Stephen Sator. Stephen testimony Vorkpor Senior. In our studio, as a matter of fact, they've broken this record. They become the very first people here to be interviewed in our office. This is just a banner to welcome people to our office. It's not a mean studio. We take carry on the studio project, which is going as possible as we can. We want it all about the launch. But Stephen and his father has come here and we've managed to interview them from our office here. And we urge you to share this live and invite others to always follow DN News Liberia and also support Stephen. Call the numbers here if you want to provide assistance so that he too can be, a positive contributor to the of Liberia. Of course, Chokon should be here because this is his office, so it's obvious. Thank you and good day.